it don't matter what race or creed or color. You love this land and you're my brother. That ain't place you know I'm gonna stand. If you say you can't breathe, I'll show you we can. Ain't never gonna stop believing. We were born for freedom. We're born for freedom.
Yes, we were born for freedom. What's up, Ragers? How are you? The uncounselable, the Ultra Mega Empire, 2A Army, 1A Army. We are the Republic. All right, so however bad you think it is, it's worse. I used to say that a lot in the early baby infantile stages of Red Pill Rage, and I meant it back then, and I mean it now when I say it. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to a very intricate story. We have quite a few coincidences that have happened in the last 7 days. Mm-hmm. Lots of coincidences. The gang stalking is real. The censorship is real. The threat is real. And for those of you who say, oh, it's never going to come to my doorstep, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Because all you need to do is say the wrong thing on the internet to the wrong person, and you can step in the same hornet's nest that we have stepped in with all of these individuals here, which I'm not going to stop talking about. And Ollie Matthews, if you're watching this, you know I love and respect you. I have the utmost adoration for you. You did tell me a while ago that if you just leave it alone, it will stop. Well, unfortunately, there's so much evidence that with this particular group of people, even if you do leave it alone, it never stops.
That's right.
It never stops. There are individuals that these people have cyberbullied, or we're not going to call it cyberbullying anymore. Hold on.
Oh, you ran into your shit.
I did. We're not going to call it cyberbullying anymore. We're going to call it what it is. It's cyber terrorism. That's what it is. So, yeah, there's plenty of people who stopped years ago, and they still get robocalls to their cell phone, to their work. Family members still get robocalls. There are comments still being left on other platforms other than TikTok, which is where all of this seems to originate, but it's not where it stays. Uh-huh. And we have experienced that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday afternoon, what was it? I was just about to leave. It was what, 1 or 2 o'clock?
In the afternoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about that time.
So Tuesday afternoon, this past Tuesday, that would have been the 15th, we were swatted. I'm going outside to get ready to go to work. A couple of police cars pull up. They're asking for bro. It's a wellness check. It's a wellness check.
I was in there doing homework. I was in there actually studying, and I was just like, okay. And so she comes in. She goes, hey, the cops are outside. So I was like, what? Like, why? So I go outside, talk to them. Pretty much they're like, okay, man, you're good to go. And it ended. I mean, there's other conversations which we'll probably go into eventually, but we had more conversations with them, and we actually talked to the officers about, well, the officer,
we'll get to what the officer said, because I have a little bit.
We'll get to.
I have a little bit I want to share with about that initial.
And then it happened
the next morning.
Yeah. At
5 a.m.
5 is some early in the morning, and another officer showed up at my house. Same thing. And I'm like, I'm totally fine, man. And he goes, I'm just, of course you're doing your job, but I figured out where the call came from, and I started putting 2 and 2 together. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy. It's nuts. Like, you guys have to understand, like, these people, they're dangerous, man.
And I can see how they kind of drive a lot of people to want to commit suicide. I can see how they literally put the fear of God into people, because luckily there's no children who live in this house. But they do this to people to who they do have children.
Yep.
And they do this quite frequently to single moms, and somehow single moms and human trafficking survivors always seem to get doxxed with these people. Business owners seem to get doxxed with these people. Any kind of patriot who has any kind of opinion about free speech gets doxxed if they happen to voice their opinion against the woke conservatives, the minions, and all the catfish and lollipop gang. Okay, so yeah, these wellness checks are literally an intimidation tactic. First of all, they're trying to establish a digital track record of, at least at the very minimum, you being crazy or psychotic or going to do harm to yourself or others. They want to establish a pattern of that. And they also want to humiliate you in your neighborhood, humiliate you in front of your neighbors, people you have to see all the time. They want to create suspicion amongst your neighbors. So now your neighbors are wondering why the cops are here. Not what, 2 times in what, 12 hours, what, two times in 15 hours, 16 hours. And then didn't it happen again later in the week? Didn't it happen a couple days later?
There was a call. It was the white officer. It was another call, big, tall, white guy. He knocks on my door, and same question over and over again. You know, we got a call. I'm like, dude, I'm fine. And pretty much, you know, once they see me and they're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. And I explained to them what's going on. They didn't really understand, but, you know, they took note. Trust me. So, and they call paranoia too. So Jen and I will be sitting in here just talking in the kitchen, just talking. You hear a door slam and she'll see me look over or something like this. And she'll look too, you know, she'll look and I'll be like, that's the paranoia they want to cause. You know, they want you to be paranoid in your own house. Home.
That's why we call it cyber terrorism.
Yep.
I'm telling you people, patriots, listen to me. You heard it here first. The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is using online social media on every level, but specifically on TikTok. They are using it to keep a digital track record of you. They are trying to assess through artificial technology what type of patriots are going to stay quiet when there's pushback from, you know, their employees. You know, these are we don't know if they're all employees, but these two at the top, definitely employees.
100.
Okay. They want to see if there's going to be pushback. They want to see if you're going to fight back, speak up, hold your opinion, hold yourself to, you know, your stance. And then they also want to see who's going to flip, which we've noticed a lot here with the lollipops. You know, people who used to love us hated us real quick. You know, it's that abuse by proxy, which we're going to get into later. Okay. So the CCP has literally got these people to be the interpersonal enforcement arm of what their communist agenda is. And we see it so clearly. And so for anyone who wants to continue calling this internet drama, I ask you, how many times have you ever seen Red Pill Rage beefing with anybody other than BLM and Antifa?
Never seen Bro either.
How many times? I mean, yeah. Did I make a few videos about Josh Pruitt? I made 2 or 3, and then I was done. I didn't keep it going for months and months and months and months. Do I occasionally do a Red Pill TMZ just to spill the tea, you know, and have a little fun with it? Yeah, once every 2-3 months do I make an episode like that? But nowhere on TikTok or Twitter do you see me going back and forth with people for months and months and months. And that's why I knew when we stepped in this hornet's nest that this was much bigger than cyberbullying. There was a purpose behind it. And the reason we can say there's a purpose behind it is because the technology involved and how all of this, everything that you see, is so sophisticated. The way that these individuals can maintain tabs on now 80 plus people, 80 plus victims, all at the same time. The way they can make that many clapback videos, come up with that many hashtags, cyber stalk you on Facebook, cyber stalk you on Instagram, cyber stalk you on Twitter, cyber stalk you on YouTube. The way that it all is so instantaneous.
Right.
The way that I can do a live stream about gang stalking and automatically there's 100 bots in there. How is that? How is any group of people who are just friends that collectively aware of everything their victims are doing at all times?
That's right.
Personally, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about hackers. I don't know a whole lot about technology, but I do know this. It's probably a Slack account. If it's not if there's no Discord group, which they keep denying, there's probably a Slack account. There's something on there where they have some sort of automated technology to where they can all see every video that's being posted from over 80 of their victims at all times, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I agree.
And then you want to tell me that y'all have kids, you have jobs, you have lives, you're activists in your own communities, and yet you're spending how many? You got to spend at least 60 hours a week doing this. These people post constantly. They attack constantly, and it's all in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has that much fucking time in the day if you have a job and if you have a family. Unless, of course, you've got the NDA and you're working for a salary. Or maybe it's not by salary. Maybe it's by like clicks. You think they're getting paid by clicks?
They're probably getting paid by clicks. But
yeah.
like
okay.
you were saying, it's almost impossible for them to do this many clapbacks at the rate they do it.
As quickly as they do that.
Like for her and I, half the time, I don't even see these people's content.
We don't.
Unless someone shares a video with me, I don't go to their page. I don't stalk them. The only time I click on their page is if I get a video from their page. Then I'll click it. But outside of that, I don't go searching for these people. I'm not over there lurking to see what they said about me because I don't care. These people actually care. And if you care that much, you have to ask yourself, what if there's truth in what these people are saying and these people are scared? Because if it's a lie, you don't even care. You're just like, whatever,
Well, let's see. What does Dan Bongino say? He says, what is it? It gets hot when you're flying over the target.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the whole whiteboard was. That's why they were all so outraged. That's why people who weren't even on the whiteboard were mad at me. That's why people who didn't even know who I was were mad at me.
That's right.
Because it was all there in one fucking collective spot.
And the whiteboard was like this big.
Accurate. And it was accurate.
Well, the whiteboard wasn't even that big. And what we keep talking about, we keep saying it's like, they're mad at the messengers.
They're mad at the messengers.
And we'll take it. I mean, we can take the punches.
We can take it because we've been through this.
Yeah, they're mad at the messengers. Why don't you talk to the people that actually mentioned you and come to an agreement and ask why? Why did you say my name? Can we figure this out? But they don't want to do that.
No.
All they talk about is the whiteboard, how long our podcast was, or how long our live was. They just keep regurgitating the same thing. You got a whole ass whiteboard and you guys did a whole 4-hour or whatever live.
This is my fucking show. I'll make my show as long as I want to in order to get what I want to say out. And the funny thing is, I let these fucking psychos come on my show, have their 3 minutes apiece, and they all said nothing but bullshit. Okay. But anyway, let's talk about before we get into the live call, which I have, before we get into what the officer said to us. She's just trying to mess with you. Okay. Before we get into what the officer said to us, let's just talk about a couple of the newest narratives that these cyber terrorists have been spinning against us. So I have been accused of witchcraft, so they continuously call me a witch. I made the terrible mistake of eating one chicken wing in a live stream on Instagram, and I was subsequently body shamed by Kat. I was called what was it? Miss Face Stuffer, Mouth Stuffer,
Miss McFace Stuffer,
Face Stuffer. You know, implying that I have an eating disorder because I had one chicken wing on a live stream for.
Now
Face Stuffer.
It was like Miss Stuffer Face
Mouth
or
Stuffer.
Something about eating.
Let's see. Bro has since been accused of having a drug addiction. Bro has also been accused of having a serious mental health disorder. He has, which is hence the wellness checks, aka swatting. Also he's now being accused as of last night of domestic violence against his ex-girlfriend. Let's see. OEF and Kat accused Bro of threatening their lives. What'd they say? Violence against women. We're going to get to their last week's Freedom Fam podcast, which was basically just an hour-long smear campaign against both of us, which was literally like the same shit they've been saying from the beginning. It's all just regurgitating lies, but I'm going to get to why that particular podcast, which was on Tuesday, why that's significant. Because we don't just look at what happens. We like to look at when it happens.
That's right.
We like timelines. Timelines are very interesting to us.
We pay attention.
Let's see. They have attached his video or a video of him accusing him of domestic violence to a hashtag called Silent No More, which is a domestic violence hashtag with over 25 million views. So they know what they're doing. Like I said, these are some sophisticated cyber criminals. They know exactly what they're doing.
That's right.
Let's see. They made a new hashtag about us, Whiteboard Gate Part 2. And another hashtag, anti-bullying crew is fake. All right. So let's get into the call. I'm sorry, the visit that Bro and I had from the police. And without us prompting anything,
that's right.
Without us prompting anything, I want you to hear what the police officer said to us.
Crazy, but and then I have the triple threat mafia, which I do. So there's three of us, and we do a lot of commentating about what's going on in the world and just the world in general. But a lot of these people, like, I'm usually like a peaceful person on there.
We both are.
But
We don't bully
really,
anybody. We don't talk about it.
After our friends, we saw one person kill themselves.
Yeah, someone committed suicide 2 weeks ago.
A lot of these
people saw them do it?
No, we didn't see them.
We just found out about it afterwards.
We didn't see them, so we all knew her, but it all stemmed from what these people are claiming that they don't do. So we started calling them out. And we were like, no, you guys do. Here's proof and all this. They didn't like that.
Think of it as like cybersecurity. Even if you don't understand social media, think of it as cybersecurity. These are people who make an intention to breach your cybersecurity as just a person on the internet.
Do you guys know what swatting is?
Yes.
Are we talking something similar to?
Yeah. What did I say earlier?
Yeah.
What did I say earlier? I was like, man, the only thing I'm worried about is them swatting me or something.
Yeah. So why would the cops say that to us? This is the first call. This is the very first call on Tuesday. And again, let's go back to timelines. And I personally think that some of this was directed at me. It was directed because they know we live together. So they know this is as much about me. Isn't it funny how this happened right after I started reposting Aim's threat against me that she made on my stream that Chris picked up on and made a video about?
Yep, I remember that.
It happened the next day.
The next morning.
The next day.
Or next morning? Yeah, next morning.
Well, next afternoon. It was
afternoon?
what, it was about 2:00.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So why is it that the police officer would say that to us? Okay.
Yeah. Are we Talking something similar to.
Yeah.
What did I say earlier?
Yeah.
What did I say earlier? I was like, man, the only thing I'm worried about is them swatting me or something.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's what I
Have
told
you heard
her
of that?
earlier this
I
morning.
know swatting is absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think that happens in your job, like frequently?
It 100% happens frequently. I wouldn't say I've never responded personally to a swatting incident. I was a cop in LA for 8.5 years.
Oh, okay.
That was a big thing.
You probably know my uncle.
Who was your uncle?
Officer Joseph.
Okay.
Hey, isn't it? Danish.
They did go after a
They
cop.
got-
They were going at Apple Street. It was Olympic and you would have
That's when I
cost
lived there.
and
So,
okay. So for you work-servatives, you need to know that the Travis County Sheriff's Department is aware of what you're doing. The Pflugerville Police Department is aware of what you're doing. And these calls, you're just making a fool out of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're just making a fool out of yourself, and you're wasting public taxpayer dollars with this bullshit. But yet you're conservatives, right? You're the real conservatives, and we're the fake conservatives.
I
right?
mean, wasn't I the one on the phone for an hour yesterday talking to the Pflugerville desk sergeant? I was on 1 hour and we talked. I'm pretty sure I know where that call came from. Because
let's get to it. Let's get to it.
They-
So remember what? Sorry, did you?
No,
want to say
no,
something?
go ahead.
My bad. I don't want to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Remember what I said about how we just love timelines, because timelines really just let you know when things maybe aren't coincidences. Okay, so let's look at this. So so Trapped, Chris Taylor Brown has my back when it comes to the threats that have been made against me. He made a video basically just letting Ames run her mouth, just like I let Ames run her mouth. All we did was just play what she said. That's all we did. And then we get swatted the next day at 2 o'clock. What was it? About 7 or 8 o'clock. The dynamic duo has their podcast, which, like I said, was Whiteboard Gate, where basically, again, it was a hour-long bashing session of Jenny and Bro, what horrible people we are, how awful we are, how we just lie and make all of these things up, and they don't know where these doxing issues are coming from. They don't know why these people are being swatted. They don't know what's going on. They can't control their followers. There's no Discord group.
Yep.
Well, if there's not a Discord group, there's probably a Slack account. Okay.
It's something, definitely.
So here we have Dick Nose. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. Massa and Boss Lady.
Massa
and Boss Lady. We got Massa and Boss Lady talking about how everyone doesn't seem to tell nobody else to stop fighting and stop bullying, but they always tell him to stop fighting and stop bullying. Gee, I wonder why.
And before she starts this video, I'm going to tell you right now that's a lie, because we had a call with Tex.
Mm-hmm.
A FaceTime call and asked him about this. So,
No, it was a stream.
Was it? It was
a stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it though.
And talk to him personally about it, and hopefully.
All right, so let's see what Massa and Boss Lady got to say.
To adhere to all of this while they continue to do all the shit to us, and nothing happened to them. I don't see anybody in their lives going, y'all just need to stop. Y'all be quiet. It's always we have to be quiet. Well, I was silent, and it didn't help shit. And this is not, I'm not being hostile to Louise or Brooke by any means, but I have made reports to law enforcement.
Hold up. Wait a minute. It's 22. Pew, pew, pew. Okay. You guys want to know why nobody tells us to stop? Because we don't do this. And they've done this to 80 plus people. That's why. You dumb fuck, you dick nose piece of shit. That's why. Because we don't have 80 people in our history on social media that can say that we called CPS, called wellness check, called police, made false accusations, come up with fake profiles, fraudulently used someone's image, robo-called anyone's job, robo-called anyone's ex-husband or ex-wife. We don't do that. That's
Sent
why
shit
no one
to
tells
somebody's house.
Sent shit, slashed anyone's tires. We haven't done any of that. We don't send pizzas to people's house.
No.
We don't post people's numbers and addresses and photos of their homes.
No.
Okay, and yes, maybe Misfit did that to you, but we all watched you terrorize him for quite a while before that happened. So, hey, reactive abuse, it's the thing.
Wait,
you guys,
but go back. What did he just admit to? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Listen.
Y'all just need to stop. Y'all be quiet. It's always we have to be quiet. Well, we were silent. I was silent, and it didn't help shit. And this is not, I'm not being hostile to Louise or Brooke by any means, but I have made reports to law enforcement.
And it does nothing. It does nothing. That's why they also haven't done any on our end. We can all pretend like, oh, just call the cops. They'll take care of it. We put ourselves on social media. We are taking on the responsibility of being on social media. So if someone is going to be violent, disgusting to me, if someone is going to tell me that they're going to kick my walker out from underneath me and teach their children to mock disabled people, I'm not going to just be okay with it. And I've tried to do lives. I went live with Red Pill Jenny. Everything was fine, I thought.
Brooke,
and
it
then
has
all of a sudden,
but unfortunately, police won't do anything. That's why they continue.
Yeah, I mean, I have reported it. I've turned everything in to where I needed to turn them in, with the physical threats, with somebody else saying that they wanted me to get me to kill myself. They laugh at you. They will look at you seriously, take the report, and then when you walk out, they're like, another internet bullshit. We are the only ones who care about this world, this little social media world.
What, we are the only ones who care about this world? Again, that narcissism, that superiority complex. Trust us, conservatives. We are the gatekeepers of everything that is patriotic. We are the ones trying to save this country. We are the ones trying to help people. We are the ones trying to make a positive difference.
That's right.
And yet they hold a couple of rallies once in a while that nobody shows up to. And the rest of it is just cyber stalking and cyber terrorism. That's the extent, because God forbid anyone should have an opinion about a tweet that a rock star or a musician puts out that differs from theirs. And it's funny because she keeps trying to direct all of this back to Trump. You see, and it's funny how every problem in the world is someone else, It's Misfit, it's Paris, it's Red Pill, it's Bro, it's Chris Taylor Brown, it's Batty, it's Jess, it's everybody else but them.
Typical narcissists. Typical.
And again, conservatives, these are the gatekeepers of all things conservative. They know what conservatism is more than we do. That way they need to keep, again, censorship enforcement for the CCP. Censorship enforcement for the CCP. Because wherever the CCP cannot get us on video violations, they're going to make damn well ensure we are infiltrated by motherfuckers like this, Dick Nose and Boss Lady. They're going to make damn well for sure that we are infiltrated, so we have someone who can interpersonally monitor the patriots that are on TikTok, and then they can use us as a case study to see whether or not patriots are going to step up and speak up, whether or not they're going to fold, and whether or not they're going to flip. Promise you. It sounds crazy now. Just wait. There's numerous articles of how social media uses artificial intelligence to learn predictive behaviors. Predictive behaviors is what these people are engaged in. It's a fucking psyop. And I'm sure they're going to like screen record this and talk a bunch of shit. But those articles are out there because it's been happening since MySpace. Predictive behaviors and artificial intelligence go hand in hand. These people, this is their role. They're getting paid to participate in a case study. But let's continue, because that name, Brooke G, I'm going to just let you handle that. I ain't got shit to say. I'm going to let you. But let's listen to a couple
And
more.
if other people aren't a part of it, then they don't understand it. I've gone to my representatives. I've gone to the police department. We've also talked to ATF.
Gone to the sheriff.
The sheriff. We've gone to a lot of people.
No, because here's how it works, Brooke. Unfortunately, we can't call Pflugerville Police Department because we would be the victim in this case, and where the crime is where the victim is. So we have to contact our local. I have contacted like San Antonio Police Department on Misfit Patriot.
Why does Brooke G know where you live? And why does Texan know where you live? How do they know anything about Pflugerville?
All right, so
city.
yeah, this is a very small town, so a lot of people wouldn't even know what Pflugerville is. So Brooke G and I were friends at one point. We used to hang out. We used to travel together to go see other creators. She's a vet. I'm a vet. That's how we got connected. She'd come and stay at my house for a weekend, and we just hang out. It was nothing, nothing crazy. Then we had a falling off because her and the other person that was living with me at the time didn't get along. So pretty much, I remember the morning I was on my way to work. She was walking out, and I was like, "Hey, I think you should go apologize to him. It's kind of messed up what you did." And she straight up said no. And she walked away at that point. I was like, "All right, we'll see you later." After that, I blocked her, deleted her, zero contact. I haven't contacted her for a year. So for her to throw that stuff out there, and like I said, I've never put any information about her. I still won't talk bad about her. I'll just say that I always say the biggest problem was she never apologized to the person for what she did. That was it.
But here's my question, bro. Okay, how is this person that you haven't seen in what you said 2 years?
A year.
How is this person that you haven't seen in a year? How is she all of a sudden involved with Tex and Cat in their live stream? Because I don't generally see her name amongst the minions. So this just happened. Why does Tex know that you live in Pflugerville?
I have no idea. I don't even know where Tex lives. I know what state he lives in. I don't know what city. And for them to know a small city like the one I live in, that means it's small. That's crazy to me.
Now, again, timelines. We got swatted at 2:00 in the afternoon on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast started at 7 or 8 Central the same day. So not only is the topic of their podcast reiterating what heroes they are, how they care about Save the Children, how they don't believe in pedos and groomers, and anyone who supports a pedo or groomer is a horrible person. Jenny's a fucking bitch. Jenny's a grifter. Jenny's fake. Jenny's a horrible person.
Things.
Bro's a drug addict. Bro's crazy. Bro needs mental health services. The same narrative that they use with literally all other 80 people that they've harassed. How is it that happens to be their topic of conversation the very day you get swatted? Very interesting. But let's move on. Remember I said, don't say anything about it. Like, don't tell social media what just happened. Because you see, the thing about a narcissist is that they like to talk and they like to gloat and they want to confess their guilt without confessing their guilt because they love to hear the sound of their own voice.
Mm-hmm.
They love to hear themselves speak. Now, I said, let's not tell anybody because at this point, at least as of Tuesday, after the first time, we didn't know for sure if we'd been swatted or if maybe it was related to something else, but we just wanted to wait. Okay. I said, let's wait because at a certain point, they're going to want, the woke conservatives are going to want to inquire as to if their little plan worked, as if their little scheme was actually executed. So they're going to wait for you to confirm through some videos whether or not this thing actually took place. And I said, don't do it. Well, a couple days later, who should jump back up into the mix but the very psychotic cyber terrorist DJ C Bunny? Who should jump back up into the mix without there being any proof online or any confession online that you were swatted? But who should be talking about wellness checks? And I told him, I said, when you hear someone either say Pflugerville or bro in the same sentence, or bro and wellness check in the same sentence, that's somebody that we need to be worried about. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at
my last video to you today. I have a friend of mine, and gotta go DJ. So this will be my last video to you today. I have a friend of mine, and
So you know what I think is funny? She says this will be my last video to you today. So what is she implying? Okay, so she'd already made like 4 or 5 videos about bro. And then almost pretty much the next day, which was yesterday. So what was this, from Saturday or so? This was from Friday or Saturday. Yeah. Today's Sunday. So last night is when the domestic violence accusation started. So yeah, this was from Friday, I think. Okay. This is my last video for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see how these people are relentless today? So she's basically warning you there's going to be more coming tomorrow. Yeah, okay.
Gotta go DJ. I'm still waiting to hear what your Hawaiian friend had to say about me. I'm still waiting for you to expose me on the wrestling thing. Like, what is it? You lie and lie and lie and gaslight and lie. You said I'm going to expose you. Cricket. Show me where I said anything about you. Show you everything. And then you cowered out saying, well, I meant what I said. I know. Based on your personal character, you are a vile human being. The fact that you think it's funny to make fun of people for their disabilities. The fact that you think it's funny to mock people with chronic illness. I don't need to expose you. You expose yourself how you view people. It's all there on your live, but you can't go live with me.
You're talking about the freaking lie.
And you hide. You say, I do gangster stuff. Comment her off, ditch her off, you run and hide, deny. And hopefully you could say this stuff like a man to my face, right? Because you're the tough guy. It's really fun.
I mean, when I tell you that this is one of the worst ones, like she's as bad as Joe Campbell. She's one of the worst ones. This is the one who started the ableist rumor about us to just, I mean, it's just ridiculous. The evil that this woman spews upon people based on her disability is ridiculous. We've watched her do it. She almost did it to Fat Jew, but you know.
I mean, you got to think about the industry she's worked in. Well, for one, she was in the wrestling industry. Most of those people are freaking psychotic or have some type of mental disorder. She's a DJ, which, you know, she likes the freaking attention and she likes people, you know, looking up to her and dancing to her music, and she gets off on that shit. She's a fucking narcissist. She's covert.
And she says she's a Christian. Yeah, and then, yeah.
No,
okay, let's keep going.
You like mock us for our disability and the chronic illness, but yet you give us so much power. Like, what is it? Are we the weak people or are we the powerful people? And it's sad that people like you had children. I hope nobody learned from you, because
it's sad that people like you have children. Now, every time I hear any one of the woke conservatives say this, what they're really saying is they're warning you that they're going to try to call CPS next.
Do it.
We've heard, see, the thing is, we've heard this language before. It's sad that you have children. So DJ Bunny, the lesbian who's not a mother, can decide for the world that he is not a proper father, that it's sad that he's a father. So I'm sure your ex-wife is going to get a CPS call.
Oh,
I'm positive.
They don't even know where she lives. So
well, these people know everything.
No,
they have hackers.
They don't know where she lives.
They have hackers.
But the thing is that my son is almost 18 years old. So what are they gonna do?
But again, though, she is gonna make sure that this is cataloged under her hashtag, so it's never gonna be taken down.
Oh, hashtag.
So they are creating a digital record of patriots, smearing patriots. Not the positive things that patriots do.
Wait. She talked about disabilities, but I'm a disabled vet, right?
And I have PTSD.
I am legally disabled. But here they are. It's all right for them to do it though, because I don't wear my disabled status as a badge of honor.
Like she does.
But they know. A lot of them know. But here they are. And they want to talk about attacking disabled people. Well, you're attacking me. You're attacking me.
I think after 22 years in the military, how many tours in Afghanistan?
4
tours in Afghanistan. But yet this bitch gets to be the judge and jury on anyone's mental health. The same bitch that says she's Christian spread lie after lie after lie after lie. They all ran with it. But, she gets to be the judge and jury on anyone's mental health as well as anyone's ability to be a parent. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets better.
Our generation is going to be messed up. But just know that, I don't have my hearing loss and I went through a lot of stuff, but I have friends, I have family. My mental health is stronger than ever because I fought for it. And I knew not to put others down. I don't put innocent people down.
You don't put innocent people down. So again, the superiority of a narcissist, the grandiosity of the narcissist. I don't put innocent people down. So that basically you're telling your audience that if you do talk about somebody, you have already decided that they are guilty of whatever lie you're about to spew. Is that what you're saying? Again, the woke conservatives get to be the morality police.
That's right.
They get to tell the rest of us conservatives what is and isn't appropriate, what isn't moral, what isn't positive, what isn't bullying, what isn't just functioning as a normal human being. They get to decide.
That's right.
They get to decide.
Not the individual.
No.
Not
even the internet. The internet doesn't even get to decide. They get to decide. Okay.
For the things that are going on in my life internally. So, Bobo, I hope you get help because it's clear to everybody that you are lonely and you are in a very, very dark place. And that's the difference between people like you and people on my side, is that regardless of how much dislike we have for you, we want you to be safe.
Her side, though, remember they said they're not a group?
They're not a group.
They're not anything. But notice she said, our side. What is your side? What is your side?
Now
you don't even fucking know me, dude.
That last line is something that really stuck out to me. We want you to be safe. DJ Bunny says, we want you, bro, to be safe. Where have we heard any of the woke conservatives say that before? Hold on.
But if they wanted me to be safe, why would they SWAT me?
Oh, I wonder why. Well, is that going to keep you safe? Is swatting you? Is humiliating you in front of your
that's not safe.
Neighbors keeping you safe?
You guys are freaking liars.
Yeah. Okay. Where have we heard we want you to be safe before? We heard that with a woman back in September who came on our live stream to share her story of what had happened with these fucking people. Get out! Move! Hey, silly. Oh no, she's gonna knock off the electricity.
Come here, Emma. Jesus Christ, come on.
It's okay.
No, she's gonna knock stuff down over there.
Okay.
Because she will.
Where have we heard we want you to be safe? Where have we heard that before? Y'all remember Harley Jester? Harley Jester, a woman that y'all, I mean, of course, no one's going to claim it. That individuals that y'all know called her workplace as well as CPS, and she said it was one of the scariest things that has ever happened to her in her life. And she now has PTSD because she almost got her kids taken away because Kat wanted her to be safe. Yeah, Harley Jester. That's where we've heard "we want you to be safe" before. Now, there was another video that was actually before this video that Miss DJC Bunny had made discussing wellness checks. And unfortunately, I only saved it. I don't have it with me because it's since been taken down. But isn't it funny how we have Rachel G, who knows that you're in Pflugerville. Tex knows you're in Pflugerville. Brooke G. Brooke G. Brooke G knows you're in Pflugerville on Tuesday. Tex knows you're in Pflugerville on Tuesday.
My ex.
Friday, we've got DJ C Bunny running her fucking mouth. Okay. We've got DJ C Bunny running her fucking mouth, talking about wellness checks and we want you to be safe. Interesting. The timing, it's the timing for me.
They don't
it's
care.
The timing for me.
They don't care about no one's safety, man. Because I would never do that to someone. You know what I mean? I would never swat somebody looking out for their safety. You know? You put people in more danger when you do that.
Oh, speaking of, let's talk about Miss Callie, who is basically, when she came on TikTok, was to talk about human trafficking in the Native American community. And this is one of the individuals that she went after a year ago, or that was gone after a year ago. They doxed her what, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago? They doxed her sometime I think at the end of October or middle of October. She's a human trafficking survivor. She's a DV survivor. She has sexual assaults that have happened in her life that her assailant is not in prison for. So by exposing her phone number and her address, they put her life in danger, but they care so much about.
No, they don't care about anyone unless it happens to
sexual assault victims and domestic violence.
It only has to care. It only has to happen to someone within their group for them to care. You know, they can't come out and say someone that's outside their group or their clique. They can't come out and say, we don't give a shit about you. No, they have to say they care. They have to. But we know you don't.
Who else? How many other single moms have been doxxed? Unprotected women who are vulnerable. Their safety has been compromised.
Who was doxxed on Telegram? And I posted something about it. Was it Amanda? Or
it might have been Amanda.
Purge.
Yeah, Amanda. Okay, so they got Amanda, they got Little County Girl, they got Kaylee, and this is just in like the last 6 weeks. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they care so much about sexual assault victims and domestic violence victims that they, and you know, I don't even want to tell my audience about this story with the auction and with the book and Zach's mom, because I don't think they're going to fully understand how disgusting these people are.
Yep.
I can't even talk about the whole fucking book.
I mean, the most disgusting part about it was the fact that Tex and Charles pissed on like a drawing of gravestones.
Yeah, these people will come for your dead family members. They will come for any addiction that you may have had in the past, any criminal, whether it be misdemeanors or not. They'll come for everybody. So listen, Ragers, here's the moral of the story. You know me. You know I have over 700 videos of content from everything from psychology to business to politics to culture and everything in between. You guys know the reality of my life, and you know the reality of what I do. I started this fight in the streets, and I will continue this fight in the streets. And being online is unfortunately just something that comes with the territory. If you're an activist, anybody can be targeted. So don't think that this won't come to your doorstep, because they are this group of people who is either being hired by the CCP, or they're being paid by, or they're part of Antifa. We don't fucking know if they're just a group of cluster B personalities that found each other and they feed off each other's shit and get that dopamine high off of it. We don't know what they are, but we do know this. There's a track record. There's a pattern. It's already all been documented for 2 years for other people. It's being documented now. There's a pattern of threats. There's a pattern of intimidation. There's a pattern of doxing. So don't think that sitting back in whatever red city or red state you live in, that you are immune to this. I am trying to show you all how communists work. They are so discreet. They are so petty. They are so careful. Their timing is so good. I am teaching you. What have I been saying for the past 2 years? Fight the fuck back. And you might think that I'm crazy or I'm paranoid or I'm just being distracted. But the truth is, I'm showing you the enemy's strategy in real time.
Yep.
You guys think that 1776 means that the Chinese are going to come over here, they're going to drop out of airplanes, and we're all going to be fighting the Chinese in the streets. That's not how it's going to happen.
It's going to happen with him.
It's going to happen from the inside. Antifa knows that patriots are weak. And Antifa knows that patriots are impressionable. And Antifa also knows that patriots have no situational awareness whatsoever. Motherfucker could be right next to me having a beer with me at a fucking TikTok meetup. And I'm hugging this motherfucker, not even knowing that this motherfucker is the enemy. I am teaching, I am showcasing and documenting this harassment, not because I want you to be distracted. It's because I want you to realize that the fight is right here, right now. It's already at your doorstep. What if Red Pill Rage was one of your family members or friends? What if you had a conservative friend or family member who just spoke up about something on Facebook or TikTok or Twitter? And then all of this happens, and all of this happens. Mm-hmm. Are you going to tell me it's internet drama then?
It's not drama.
If your wife or your husband happens to post something on TikTok or Twitter, and a group like this, a group like these faces that you just seen, a group like them decides that that your spouse needs to be silenced. And now your life is compromised. Your safety is compromised. You're going to call it internet drama then? Let's call it what they are. They're fucking hacktivists. They're hacktivists. These are professional hackers. They are either using or being given the technology by TikTok to acquire trolls and bots that they can use to pump up their numbers, pump up their infiltration, pump up their comments, and then in turn, create a digital record of you being smeared on the app so they can use that against you in the future. So when you do get a new job, you've got these people in the background saying, oh, you're crazy. Oh, you did domestic violence. Oh, Jenny practices witchcraft.
Good thing I'm retired, though. You can't fuck with me, bitches. They take my money. Shit.
They ain't that good. Even though Dependa, Ensign Dependa seems to think she runs the Department of Defense.
Oh, yeah, she don't run shit.
So here's the thing, wokeservatives. This is what it's going to be. And I've said this since day one. When the harassment stops, the documentation stops. Mm-hmm. And until it stops, it stays up. And anything you say, anything you post, anything that you are that arrogant and that frivolous with, it's just going to get reposted. And you can call it harassment and slander. You can't slander someone with their own fucking words.
And
I'm sorry, Ames. Chris saw what you said as a threat, and every other veteran sees what you said as a threat. And now you're mad. Now you're mad because your words came back to haunt you. Okay, bitch. I'll make you famous.
And, you know, and don't get it twisted. It's not about not defending yourself. You know what I mean? You should always defend yourself. But when it becomes this right here, gang stalking, where you guys got 40 fucking people, 50 people going after one person, doing video after video after video. Look at the whiteboard gate when we first started this. Go and look how many videos were done of us. Then look at how many videos we did of people. We didn't do it. I might have clapped back to maybe 2 people.
Now, yeah.
But go in there and look at how many videos.
Or we addressed the general situation, but we didn't address one person.
We didn't have our fans going in there talking. We didn't have our followers going in there doing video. But these motherfuckers thought it was a joke. And then when we didn't reply to their videos, they would write us and be like, just do it. It's
Wait a minute. Hold on. Bait you with videos and threats you don't see, threats you don't answer, and ultimatums regarding your point of view. They bait you in. So let me just say one thing. We got like 2 minutes left. Let's just say one thing to all of those who are also being gang stalked, harassed, and cyber terrorized. Okay. Understand, the entire internet doesn't hate you. Okay. It's only these two. There's about 12 to 15 of these and about 30 of these. It's really less than 60 people who are causing all of this.
That's right.
It's really less than 60 people who are doing all of this. So don't get so internalized by the hatred. Don't internalize the hatred so much that you think the whole internet hates you. The whole internet does not hate you.
Nope.
These people swap videos. They have bots. The reason some of their videos are getting views, the reason why our hashtag WhiteboardGate has over 100,000 views on it, it's not because 100,000 people see that shit. It's because they keep watching the same video over and over again. The bots are watching the video. The click farm in India that they've hired is watching the videos. It's not really, they want to put you in this bubble of pain and this bubble of humiliation. But it's not real. It's only real for them. And you can't let it be real for you. You have to understand it's just about 60 or so people in total that are creating all of this. Don't internalize it. Don't be scared. Don't be intimidated. But for the rest of you patriots, I need you to understand the fight is here, the fight is now, and the fight is real. These people know exactly what the fuck they're doing. This is psychological warfare being pushed on patriots to try to see how they're going to react. We are in the middle of a psyop with these fucking people. And I encourage, listen, if you're on TikTok, get the fuck off. I am sorry. I apologize for ever encouraging any of you to get on TikTok and follow me there. I will never return to TikTok. I'm over it. I'm done with it. I've gone viral enough times to where, you know, I don't need any more validation from fucking TikTok. I'm good. I'm good. TikTok is not where the fight is. TikTok is where the research is. The digital record that these fuckers are keeping of you is on TikTok, but it doesn't affect the rest of the world. So stand up, fight back, stand tall, and stay based.
Based as hell.